Hi, my name is Joshua Valdez. I am a kinesiology major at UTEP. I studied at APCC to become a firefighter. I love working out, so I started studying kinesiology to learn the human body and the nutrients you need it and the work you need to put in to have an efficient level of muscle and have a good digestive system, just working around knowing the body and how it's supposed to work. Also, becoming a firefighter, it's real hard. It's a lot of working out. It's a lot of mental when it comes to this. And when I was working out, I didn't realize how intense it was going to be. So the working out I was doing fine with it, but I was getting real tired at the end of the night. And having to keep my energy all day was just really tough. So I realized that I wasn't just putting the right nutrients into my body. I was mainly eating greasy food all day, going right after the classes to go get a burger and just messing up my diet and having it real bad to myself. And the next day I was waking up wondering why I was struggling and why I wasn't losing weight. Well, obviously it's because of my intake with food just wasn't right. So when it comes to being able to eat, you got to know what stuff to put into your body. And when I would go to my gym on Saturday, Sunday, because those were my days off, I talked to one of the trainers there and I told him, I was like, hey man, what's going on? You got any tips for me that I can do to lose some weight? And we just talked about what I was eating, all the stuff that I was putting into my body. He told me, he's like, man, you got to cut out the junk food. Obviously, junk food is the problem when it comes to it. He told me there was things that you got to start taking if you want to get better energy. There's ways of doing it supplement-wise or getting your proteins, aminos, and nutrients the healthy way, getting vegetables and doing all those type of things, fruits. Those are real key when it comes to the part of being nutrition. Being a part of this class was very significant to me because when we learned about enzymes and proteins, I got to see a little bit more in depth of why we need proteins, why we need the enzymes, because it helps you break down and it helps your digestive system just work a lot faster. So this is why I decided to continue with the enzymes portion of it. When we talk about enzymes, this is the key to the human body for the fast and clean digestion. So this just means that when we're eating proteins, your enzymes are working a lot faster and it's just helping your muscle growth at the same time after a workout. Enzymes are key to the body because it's a chemical reaction and it's building muscle, it's destroying toxins, and it helps the food be broken down for the digestion. So as people who try to exercise and gain muscle and losing weight, a higher intake of protein and enzyme helps your enzymes really react a lot quicker and it strengthens it. So when you're getting into working out, you're just easily able to digest and your metabolism's working, and it helps out your muscle growth and it protects your muscles a lot too. So that's another thing that we need to consider is when you're working out, anything can be easily torn. And one thing about kinesiology is learning how to take care of your body. So one of my goals being in kinesiology is becoming a physical therapist while I'm in the fire department. We have to learn how to not just work out, but we also need to learn the intake that we're taking in. So when I first started working out, I was just looking at little things like, hey, I need to pick up the pace, acting a little bit faster. But really, I just needed to also eat good for myself so I can get strength and the nutrients that I needed both in my body. So being able to boost up the proteins and the enzymes will just create a stronger ability in your body for your metabolism and for your muscles just to keep it safe. So as I was reading on the articles that we were looking for, the first one is called Your Guide to Losing Weight. And in that one, it pretty much just talks about what we need to do to lose weight, obviously. And in the article, he talks about how there's things that people are putting in supplements now that are just bad ingredients. It's just nasty chemicals for the body. Obviously, it's a little cheat way to getting into the physical forms that you need to be in, but the effect after is just going to be messing you up, because in the article he says the stuff you're taking in obviously shows out on the outside. So the more you eventually take, it'll mess up your body a whole lot more. And he talked about how he started looking for natural ways to just take stuff in. And you see, for me, I do take pre-workouts, I do protein, I do amino acids. So being at the gym, you really have to take care of that, because the stuff that they put in these new, I guess, powders, they're full of just bad chemicals, and it's really affecting our body. And in the article, it says, it gave me more, he talks about how he finally took this clean protein or powder shake thing that helps him out at the gym. And he says, it gave me more energy and stamina and melts away my abdominal fat like butter on a hot sidewalk. What really impressed me was how many customers raved about the taste. So I had to give it a try. When it arrived, I gave it a sniff test. Unlike most replacement shakes, it smells like a whole food, not a chemical factor. So far, so good. Still invigorate. I had to pass the most important taste, the taste test. This is just showing how important we must use the things into our body. He really just describes how he was being precautious about what he puts in his body and what can really affect it. So he's just, we got to find ways to take care of our bodies, and proteins and enzymes is a real big key. So when you're taking those things, it's just, you got to find the best way to make your enzymes act naturally instead of poison them and pretty much make it bad for yourself, I guess you could say. So in the second article, it's called Proteins Repair Muscles After Workout. Try these 6 plant-based sources. And this one pretty much just talks about how being a vegan and why it's so tough being a vegan, because obviously we're used to eating chicken, steak, fish, shrimp, and all of those have good sense of protein. Obviously for me, I'm not there yet where I can just go straight 100% vegan, but when it comes to it, I do try to decline my animal intake and just try to eat a lot more vegetables, more fruits. Just stay on the good healthy part of what we're doing. I like to drink milk. It's real good for the bones. That's another thing that I like to do. When I do my protein shakes, I add a lot of milk, bananas, strawberries. And so in this one, we're just pretty much going over how there's a lot of plant-based dieting and pretty much just sticking to everything that we need about plants, and how when vegans go vegans, what other ways are there to getting proteins, and how to activate your enzymes. And one thing that I kind of read up on one time, it was a while back, was about how I eat a lot of lentils. Those come with amazing amount of protein, and it has so many fibers, iron, potassium, and folate. And one thing that people really don't realize is folate, it's a coenzyme. So we're already getting an enzyme inside of food that's really good for you to eat. So it speeds up the metabolism. It makes the chemical reaction in the enzyme break down all the fattiness that you have, and it helps just makes your digestive system go so much faster, and it's a lot healthier. And like we said in the first article, that's what we need to do, is find ways to incorporate better eating and better ingredients to making the metabolism just be perfected. And in the article, I just want to state that it says they are required for maintenance of our tissues, muscles, blood cells, hormones, among others. And if you're exercising, protein is needed to repair muscles and avoid muscle loss after a workout. Just one thing that I kind of went over already. It's all about proteins and the enzymes that you're taking in when it comes to working out, because that's clearly what you want, is to protect your body, protect the things that you need while you're at the gym, while you're going for runs, while you're just making sure your body is healthy, but also being able to provide the strength that you need inside of yourself. And I just wanted to conclude. Thank you for the class. It was an amazing class. Real fun. I learned a couple things that I didn't really remember about biology. It's been a minute since I've taken these classes. And thank you for everything.